Here we are, the Women in Games Vancouver chapter, and we are about to see what VFS scholarship recipient Shannon Lee and collaborator Lisa are doing. We're in the game design GD2 classroom, I believe, of VFS. And Shannon, if you could take it away and show us what you're up to.
Sure. So this was actually developed in term 2. Currently we're in term 3, and it's done in the Unreal editor, UDK. And I'm here with my collaborator, Lisa. So we were given this assignment in term 2, a capture the flag map made in this editor, and we were told to find our own partners. When I heard that, I immediately wanted to work with Lisa because she's been very inspirational. She's an amazing game designer. And this map was actually her vision. The theme of this map is that we wanted to use geysers. So it's probably better for you to see for yourself how that looks like. So what a capture the flag map is you have 2 teams, and it's a race to see which team can get on the other opposing team's side and grab their flag, make their way back to their base, and that it equals a point for that team. So we designed a map that utilized geysers to offer a new dimension to moving around this space. So Lisa, do you want to tell them about the map?
Sure, we wanted 2 levels in the map, which was the ground level where most of the people have cover to hide in, and we also have upper level full of pillars and these chains that they could walk on to get a vantage point over the other people. And we put a strong weapon right in the middle to rain down rockets at your enemies, but it's a harder point to get to because it's right in the middle and it's very exposed, so you have to actually be very careful when you're trying to get it, otherwise you won't be able to get the super awesome weapon. What else is there?
And how did you come up with that idea? How did that even begin?
Well, first I thought capture the flag map, 2 teams, they have to catch flags. I wanted to have 2 different levels at first because if you just have one level, it'll be pretty close combat. Everybody will just be fighting at these close quarters. But if you have 2 different levels, they give you 2 different vantage points. You could sneak around on the bottom, or you could go over top and be exposed because it's more of a easier way to get to the other person's flag. And geysers, because they had to get up to the pillars somehow, so geysers seem to work the best.
Geysers are just incredibly creative too. It's not an element I see very often.
That's actually...
How do you create something like that? I mean, we're getting to see a finished geyser right now, and that looks really cool. What programs do you use to create something like that?
So should we maybe open up the Kismet and
sure.
show them?
Awesome. Kismet.
So actually, in this game, we're given textures and materials to work with, actual assets that we could use in the engine, but there are no actual geyser assets. So what I did is I took different water textures and put them together, made them into one object, and then animated them so that they look like geysers. And that's all done through this window called Kismet.
Sorry.
So each geyser is manually set to a certain time that it'll rise and fall. So that's how it was done. We kind of had to create geysers from different pieces and what we thought a geyser should look like.
Yep.
That's amazing that from that conception you can figure out a way to troubleshoot in this program to get the desired effect. We spoke earlier about being maybe a little bit worried, would I be able to have the skills, or how would I be able to learn these programs? And how has that experience been in these 6 months to go from having maybe no idea how to create a geyser as a form of transportation in a very cool slice of a video game we just saw, to right now you've done it?
Well, we had no idea how to use UDK to begin with, right? It's because we haven't actually used the program. And we learned everything we have in these few months, and it was actually quite easy to pick up, and you could think of different ways of how to implement all the things you learn to create whatever you can imagine.
Wow. And how is, did the instructors encourage you on this way? Do they tell you get as creative as possible, or you just have room to do it?
Yeah, definitely. They give us pretty much free reign to do what we want to do, and they're so supportive, and they're incredibly creative individuals themselves. And you know, we've always had really good feedback and support from our classmates, from our instructors. Just seeing the creativity that our classmates have definitely ups the creativity for me. So.
And I just one last question, just what do you like most about this work? Like Lisa, what do you like most about doing this?
Making whatever you can imagine and bringing it to a vision where everybody can actually see it.
And Shannon, you too? Or?
Yeah, I think that's definitely it for me. Just finally being able to make what you conceptualize appear on screen and sharing it with others and getting their feedback and just being able to express yourself in a tangible way.
Well, Lisa, Shannon, thank you so much for showing me what you've been working on. What a pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.